Yeah, mama papa. This is your girl Queen Eve, and you're rocking with DJ Advil. He has another level of high life. Are you ready to turn up? Because I know the major key to success.
Did you all think that I was gonna video in this and then tell a story of when Patricia and Kojo and Dan married? No. This is story time. This is not a Ghanaian movie. Anyways, let me go get my wig, gang. What is this? Ghana for Mumramete or Hema for be way where they all yeah katache Jama or free I him she yalum yalum queenie So yes, welcome back to another week on Eve's Eye. If this is your first time tuning in, please do the 3 things I asked. Me patrol, like, subscribe, and share. LSS on this page is all full of fun. So if you look in the description box and you want to know more about me and what I do, I vlog, I do interviews, I do a lot of stuff. Trust me, I'm a bunch of things. So let's get started into the story time this week. I'm excited because this is more about crushes, you know, love, now one ting.
Oh well, Felfa, you're a sweet poo. Yeah.
So last week I was telling you about my story time about Ghana boarding school. Well, this week I'm gonna tell you about my crush. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about my crush. So my second crush was basically in junior high school, and I honestly had not talked to nobody after that because it was just basically traumatizing. After the school mother had told me I peed my pants, and then the other crush basically dumped me. We didn't go out together, but you know, in my head, I'm like, okay, we are together. This time I was like, I think I was like 15, 16. He was basically a soccer player. He was one of like the top soccer players. Like this guy was good. Every single day as this guy was playing soccer, I would go watch and stalk him. I even started to stalk him when he went upstairs to his class, when he came downstairs to his class. So basically I was a stalker. I started stalking him. I knew his every move. I knew what time he was gonna leave the school. I knew what time he was coming back. I knew what time he went to go eat. Like, yo, I was so in love with this guy that I'll be doing peekaboo in the classroom just to see what time this guy is coming back from eating. And so when he goes on break, I'll be standing there and I'll make sure, I'm like, sir, please, I need to go to the washroom. So when he uses the washroom excuse, I'll fix myself, you know, try to look pretty, you know, and then I'll go walk by him, and honestly, he does not recognize me. Like, for a good month, this guy did not know that I was stalking him, but it was okay. So one time, I asked the teacher, I'm like, please, I need to go to the washroom. He's like, every single time, 1:30 a.m., you want to go to the washroom. Let me see what this girl's up to. What were you doing? What were you doing? Were you looking at a guy? Are you out of your mind? You cannot be doing that in this school, okay? That is wrong. I'm like, okay, whatever. Obviously, I didn't care about the teacher. Like, he was just extra. We even, like, concentrated in class. You see me in class doing, I was so shy to tell him I liked him that I had to consult my London friend. I need some consultation on how to get a man that I like. He's like, no problem. He was a nerd. Like, Jeffrey was a nerd, but he was a good nerd because he knew about everyone. So Jeffrey's like, okay, first of all, Evelyn, your hair's not popping. You need to get your hair done every week. I'm like, that's expensive. I don't have that money. He's like, well, you're gonna have to do it for the first week. I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be a terrific idea. Everyone was like, yeah, you look so good today. Hey, why you here? I'm like, yeah, that's it. So I walked by the senior and I purposely dropped my pen, and this guy walked by me. I'm like, I thought, like, when I have my hair. And then I'm like, okay, it didn't work. So I go to Jeff, I'm like, you're a liar. He's like, that's the first stage. You get your hair done. He probably didn't notice you. You have to keep on going. I'm like, what's next? He's like, well, you're gonna have to start wearing dresses that are probably like not your style, and probably dress a little bit better, and actually iron your clothes. So I'm like, oh god. So I have to start ironing my clothes. So I started ironing my clothes the first week, did my hair. Mind you, everything was going as planned. Time when I stalked him and he was going to basically the canteen to go eat, I walked past, I asked him, I'm like, senior, please, do you know where this next senior is? He's like, no, I'm sorry, I don't know where that senior is. I'm like, he didn't notice me again. He just walked by me. Hey, Jeffrey, this plan is not working. What am I gonna do? I did my hair, I ironed my clothes. He's like, I'm gonna have to tell you the truth now. I'm like, what's next? Because the first things you've been telling me, it doesn't even work. He's like, you're gonna have to start doing your makeup. Where on earth was I? He's like, you're gonna have to find something. You're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to get powder and fix up your face. And so I went to go to get the makeup. I put the powder on my face. I thought I was looking nice and sweet. Did my eyebrow, pencil, liner, lip gloss, everything. Hi, senior. Do you know where the other senior? He's like, yeah. He's like, why is your face white? I'm like, my face is white. He's like, yeah. You have to brush the powder. It's too much on your face. Right? Oh, me don't feel bad, no never. Me don't feel bad, no never. The first time I actually stopped stalking him and I gave up. And then Jeffrey's like, so how did your crush go? I'm like, it's your fault. I can't get a man. It's your fault that I can't get a man. Because he saw the powder on my face and he was disgusted. He's like, that's good. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's good. Well, the thing about us men is that when we see faults about you and you actually fix it each time, we start to notice. And amazingly, he was right. So what happened was I told Jeffrey, and I think Jeffrey went to go tell the senior that, oh, this girl is crushing on you, you know, very hard. So, you know, I think you should do something about it. In my head, I'm like, why couldn't you do that before and you had to make me go do this? He's like, I wanted you to clean up your act. I'm like, so what are you trying to say? Then the senior comes down. He's like, you're a very beautiful girl. And I really like you. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And back then, if you talk to a senior, you're big, eh? Back then, if you are in my grade and you talk to a senior, you're lit. So me and basically the senior, basically he was only 2 years apart. It's just that like in Ghana you have to call him senior. It's a very dumb thing, but whatever. So I was 16, he was 18, it was popping, you know, we'd be the topic. But then the thing is, the people in my dormitory did not know about our crush. So I had to give him a name ASAP because I didn't want them teasing me. Oh my God, Ghana girls and teasing? Whoa. So I would call him Junior. Junior would call me during the night. And in Ghana, the thing is, we didn't call each other during the day because you can't talk for long. So I used to do free night calling. Who knows about free night calling? Hey, free night calling days. So lovey-dovey in Ghana. Like, in Ghana, love was nice because we took things to heart. So I'll be like, so I'll call him at 12. I'll be like, hi. And that time, Junior didn't have a phone that was MTN and I only had MTN. I'm promoting MTN. Hey, please, MTN, if you see this, please endorse me. I'm promoting your brand. You guys have been doing it. You've been doing it. I'll call him on his sister's phone. I'll be like, hi, sister, please, can I please talk to Junior? And it was 12 a.m. in the morning. In Ghana, you already know how they go to bed early. Okay, 1 second. Pick up Junior. It was so cute. Oh my gosh. Falling in love when you're young is beautiful. Now I don't even care. You can call a guy and like, if you're calling him kang up and then it's not even realistic no more. This date with Junior was when it was basically like a jam. So this time I was actually starting to get comfortable with him. Before it was more like, okay, it was just like, okay, we hold hands and he walked me to class, but he would never walk me in front of my class because I don't want the girls to know. I think this was my second time having a kiss from a guy. I never in my life French kissed at that time. So it was like, in Canada, it was like, oh, you got cooties, so you don't kiss. Like back then, people were stupid, eh? They thought everybody was like a gaffer. I don't know if you know what a gaffer is. A gaffer is someone who gives head. So they thought every girl was a gaffer. And so they didn't kiss girls and they thought it was just stupid, yo. What are you doing? He walked me into the dorm. Everybody was inside. He took me upstairs. And then, so he leans over. He's like that. And he's like, and I'm like, oh my God. But so that was my first time having a French kiss. It was actually good. It was actually good. Me and Junior went out for a pretty long time. It was going well. And then this come back to Canada. So We kept on talking when I was in Canada, but obviously long distance relationships don't work out here. So, you know, it didn't really go far, so we ended up breaking up. So I'll tell you guys more story times. I know you guys like my story time. So what I'll do next is I'll tell you about my first God bless. So yeah, I'll tell y'all about what happened when I first had pots and what went down and how I was acting all crazy. I even got the Holy Ghost. Yes, you heard me, I got the Holy Ghost. So yeah, stay tuned for next week's story time. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Alright, let's go. Hey.